Okay, welcome. You have the Board of Safety and Public Works meeting called to order here on July 11th at 5 p.m. at the George Keller Public Assembly Room. As we call the meeting to order, let the record reflect there's a quorum to do business today, and all three board members are present. First item before us, the minutes of the regular meeting on June 27th, 2019. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the minutes of June 27th?
Motion to approve.
By Mr. Clark. Is there a second?
Second.
By Mrs. Browner. Questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. At our last meeting, we do have unfinished business, which is the awarding of the 2019 strip patching project from 56th Street, 500 feet west of Franklin Road to Lee Road, and 52nd Street from Richard Avenue to Normal Avenue. I do not have the award. Jim, do you have who is the
We're going to choose preferred asphalt,
preferred asphalt?
the lowest bid.
And I know you and City Legal have looked over and made sure all your specifications, they're there and
Yep.
tight. That's what we
Ashley
want.
indicated to me before, 'cause
Yeah.
she's not here yet, that everything was good to go.
Okay. Hearing the comments on preferred receiving the award for the patching projects, and I guess we'd call them the asphalt project, is there a motion to approve and award the strip patching projects to preferred?
Motion to approve?
By Mrs. Browner. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Clark. Questions?
Was it just lowest bid or lowest, most qualified or most?
Most responsive.
Most responsive, yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Covered both bases? Okay.
And they're a local company, too. They're right here in the city. They were the lowest. We've used them in the past.
Okay.
They do good work.
That's what we're after. Having heard those comments, any further questions?
Nope.
Hearing none, is there a motion to award preferred the strip patching asphalt projects?
Motion.
Oh, motion was, I'm sorry, I entertained questions. I'll review that. We'll just go directly to the vote then. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. We have new business before us, which is the approval of a memorandum of understanding with the White River Alliance.
I'm going to speak on this one,
Okay.
seeing that Scott's not here. The White River Alliance is a resource for the city to comply with our MS4 program. And this memorandum of understanding, I actually went to a class yesterday, educator's class on how to reach the public on stormwater issues, not just stormwater issues, but drinking water, our lakes, our rivers, our ponds, streams, those kind of things. They offer a ton of services that will help us educate the public. And this memorandum of understanding allows us to work with them.
Okay, good.
And legal has reviewed it and approved that we enter into it.
And this is an alliance with all the,
There are so many communities that are involved in this White River Alliance. It's a terrific resource. I learned so much yesterday, just attending one class. And I think it's going to be very beneficial for the city to enter into this
Welcome.
agreement, cooperation with them. The resources we're going to get from them, like I said, to help educate our public are just tremendous.
the agreement says basically use it or lose it. And wording where if we don't use all of the funding, it could go into next year's agreement, or is that the way I understood that? Is there a plan to use all the money allotted?
Yeah, so they prorated it for this year because we're already into July. And what they'll do is, I should have brought them with me, but they have little like cards and stuff about bees and pollinating and how that helps the water sources. planting trees, picking up your dog poo, those kind of things. And they will print those with the city logo and their White River Alliance logo on them so that we can distribute them. They will provide newsletters and stuff like that that we can put in our water bills or put on our Facebook. They do all the work. I just tell them what I want or what we want as a city, what we're looking for, and they have those resources. They provide them with our city information on them so that we can distribute. I've got a lot of really, really cool stuff that we can use, and that is part of our MS4 requirements, that we do this education to the public.
And we have $70,000 in change.
No, that's $70,000 collective from all of the agencies that are participating in it. The city's portion for this year is, I think it was $7,000.
I don't remember, but it was.
Yeah, it was right around $7,000 for us to participate in it.
Those are the prorated.
And it's based on your number of residents, what your contribution is. So like Indianapolis's invoice is like 70,000 because of their population, but.
Okay.
Further questions on the White River Alliance? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the memorandum of understanding with the White River Alliance
Motion to approve.
by Mrs. Browner? Is there a second?
Second.
By Mr. Clark. All those in favor, or are there questions before we have any further questions? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0, and that is approved. Resolution number 9, 2019, the Lawrence Fire Department disposal of ambulance. And that would be Dino Batalis. Just some comments, Chief?
Just, this is our last piece of equipment that's not being used, and we need to just try to dispose of it either by auction or whatever, and get it off our inventory and insurance.
Okay. Questions on the resolution? Okay. Is there a motion for resolution number 9, disposal of the ambulance?
Motion to approve.
Mrs. Browner, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Clark. Questions? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Thanks, Chief. Approval agreement, item C, approval of an agreement between Indiana University Health and the Lawrence Fire Department.
Okay, so we had a current contract with community hospitals. They had a big reorg. So basically, without looking at the contracts they held with some agencies in Marion County, they actually breached the contract with us. And it's be a long road going the legal route. So we're going to be affiliated with another hospital, which is Methodist, and it's with IU. So this has been approved by legal. We've already sent it to our insurance company because there's certain limits you have to keep on the liability port. We got that information back from the insurance company. So it was approved by upstairs by legal and in the controller's office. So all basically we're doing, we work underneath a doctor's license. All of us have to be licensed, so we operate underneath that doctor's care. We got our narcotics and all the drugs through that hospital. So basically we work underneath a doctor's license. So we have to make sure that we have that with the drugs and stuff for you. So we couldn't leave one entity without picking up somebody else. Otherwise we couldn't operate our ambulance service here in the city.
Questions?
For your medical director, is that a person already assigned? Because I know at my school, we had to seek out for a medical director, and I'm just curious as, do you have
there's
one assigned?
going to be, they've filed a letter with the state, Methodist did, to let us start operating in the interim because we have to have a hospital that kind of sponsors
Right.
us. But all those contracts will be signed by both the city of Lawrence
They'll assign
and
someone,
by IU Health.
I think
Yes.
they assign someone.
Okay.
I believe that.
I know,
There's a typo in the agreement. It's very minor. It's nothing major. It doesn't affect the way you can approve it tonight, but they've already been notified and are changes.
Yes.
It was just in regards to the date and the place, so. that's been changed.
So does that mean, excuse me, that all the ambulance rides, people that need to go to the hospital go to?
No. That's just our medical direction. They still can go to any hospital, whether it's St. Francis, St. Vincent's, they can still go to those hospitals, but we operate underneath that doctor's license for Methodist Hospital. We also operate underneath the Marion County protocols. Every medical director of every hospital signs off those protocols. I think there's 8 or 9 of them. We operate underneath certain rules, but one doctor's license. But they can still go to any hospital. We just operate underneath that doctor's direction.
And I would add the requisite notice has been sent to terminate the prior contract.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask. And that, well, and Indianapolis uses IU. Is it the same doctor that, the IU runs through Escanaba?
Dr. Barkus is our medical director for Methodist. So whatever he initiates as far as rules or going outside those protocols, we have to go through him. But he is one of those 8 or 9 doctors that have signed off on the Marion County protocol. So all those doctors in Marion County have to agree on protocols, how we do business. But if something goes off-site there and we have to deal with the state, it's that Dr. Barks' medical license that we operate under, so he's held responsible for us.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Further questions? Having heard those questions answered, is there approval of the agreement between Indiana University Health and the Lawrence Fire Department?
Motion to approve?
Mrs. Browner, is there a second?
Second.
Questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries 3-0.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. We have the kind of a late addition here, but we did check with Ashley Hopper City Legal that we might piggyback this change order from some of the work that we did at the last meeting. It's a approval of change order number 3 for the Lawrence Police Department at the new station. And you're going to speak to that, Joe.
I am. Joe Wiesinger with Shrewsbury. I'm the owner's rep for the city for the project. And thank you very much for accommodating us today. We had some long lead time items that we needed to try and get on the agenda as soon as possible. So thank you for that. So change order 3 include basically 3 categories of 3 vendors of work. The first one is appliances, so general appliances for the building, refrigerators, range, microwaves, ice makers, that sort of thing that'll be included within some of the cafeteria areas within the building. The other is detention or evidence storage and gun locker, armory type of equipment that we needed to put within the building. Some of that is being moved over from this building over, but then we needed some new equipment for that. And then the last one is the consoles that will accommodate the 911 dispatch move from here to the new building. So those, really fancy kind of cubicles that the 911 operators use to take calls and handle those calls. So all of that is kind of what encompasses change order number 3.
Thank you. Questions?
No?
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the change order number 3 for the Lawrence Police Department's new station?
Motion to approve?
By Mrs. Browner. Is there a second?
Second.
By Mr. Clark. Questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 3-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad we could get that on there. Comments from administration? Anybody? Citizens' comments? We are moving right along to adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
By Mr. Clark. Is there a second?
Second.
We are adjourned. Thanks.